Mocktails and Munchies with your favorite Virgin Islander LIKKZ. Let's get straight into it. So today we have a very special guest all the way from the Virgin Islands, our home, Mr. Th3rd.
Thank you for having me. Mocktails and Munchies. 1, 2, 3. We're in the building. You don't know the vibes. Third season. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So for our mocktail and munchie of the day, we have a strawberry pineapple mocktail, and then we have chocolate brownies to go with them.
That look amazing, by the way.
You want to take a drink?
Yeah, let's take a toast real quick.
Well, we can't toast because they say fill to the brim. A little thing. Okay.
Not too much. Oh my goodness.
Very fresh, right?
Very fresh. It's like a game to see what's in it by the end of it. Because right now I'm tasting some pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see the strawberries there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that you take some strawberries in probably every sip. Some carbonation in there. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not too sure. We'll get back to that.
We
know
to
some
that.
Pineapple and strawberries for the beginning. We know that.
That's a cheat though, because I don't already had name what a mocktail was.
But that's okay. So we're halfway there.
Okay. Okay, so Th3rd.
Talk to me.
Everybody have a different story.
Yeah.
When it comes to growing up in a VI.
100%.
What's yours?
To be honest, I was around the sports. I was playing sports a lot throughout my younger growing up. So I was around the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a private school, but most of my friends were in public school. And it's kind of, I did all the stuff and that public school kids did.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of went to all the jams growing up, and I was always like, yo, who is this kid inside? I was the lightest skin inside of the jam for sure, but it was always a fun time. Virgin Islanders, especially me growing up, I adapted quickly. I always, wherever I was around, I just kind of fit in. And my friends made it very easy for me to fit in because they knew me the best, and they always welcome me wherever it is. Like, yo, you'll be fine. Let's go. And, it was always a good time. So I was just about, really love playing baseball, playing sports, traveling. I always represented the Virgin Islands playing baseball or somehow, some way. So it's actually kind of like I've been trying to represent the Virgin Islands, I guess, from the time I was young.
Yeah.
But now I'm able to do it in a different way, pushing myself, pushing the Virgin Islands, pushing like a song to where it's like, yo, we actually can do this like in a big way.
Yeah.
We're a small island, but it's like we do things at a big mass. Like I feel like people don't know our talents, and now especially in today's world, is like we getting out there, we being able to friggin' put us on a map in a different way. And I feel like now we're, especially with Pumpa, Rock City always been doing their things, but the younger guys are now stepping in, like Pumpa. You got Adam O, you got Monet, people that's being touched outside of the Virgin Islands. And I was telling my brother just yesterday, I was like, yo, we have such a market outside of the VI, us artists, but sometimes we just don't know what to do to touch them or how to get there. So, it's kind of cool being able to represent the Virgin Islands now in my own way. Everybody a lot of times don't even know where I'm from. I try to push the fact. I'm like, yo, and the crazy thing is I say it all the time in like my TikToks and Instagram, like I'm from the Virgin Islands, but people will be like, nah, he's from Trinidad. No, he's from Guyana. So it's like I really still putting myself on the fact that look, I'm a Virgin Islander coming into the soca market, and it's like we's a diverse culture, so we could hit everything. So I'm glad to be brought up here as well. And my family is like, I'm like a 6th generation Virgin Islander, so it's like my family's been there for years. A lot of the schools and like stuff in the Virgin Islands, on St. Thomas, let me not say, in St. Thomas was built on my grandfather's land. So he donated a lot of land, like 50% back to the government, and most of the schools and stuff. That was my great-grandfather. My grandfather built a lot of the schools, like CAHS and Idorican and stuff.
That's so crazy you said that, because I swear to God, I was like, where does the man went to school, the man? Because I never see you.
I went All Saints. No, my mother was a firm believer in All Saints. From the time I was growing up.
Yeah.
So they sent me there, and all my cousins went Sibley School, and then after that they went like Catholic school or high school or wherever it is. So I was like the only one that just went to scenes all my life. Just stayed in Garden Street, Garden Street Academy. Big up yourself, you know. So yeah, that was like kind of my life just growing up. I was always the different one. I was always to where people would be like, well, of course, of my skin color, I'm lighter.
Yeah.
So it's and being I was the only one my color in the league, in the one traveling. So I was always the
People
one that
treated you different?
not different. It was just like you were different.
Yeah.
So it's not like people treated you different. You were different. It was kind of like, and I like to say as kids, people don't know what this is. People don't know what that is sometimes. So it's
Yeah.
like, they just act like how they act. So, but one thing I would say is like the Virgin Islands is so prideful in their like people to where it's like, especially when I went like away with these teams and stuff, and where they always had my back in everything.
Yeah,
that
that's what
happened.
I was just about to say that.
So it's like,
one thing we're gonna do
is
is
have each other back, and
yep.
it's like that was one, and that's what the same friends I had then, I have them now, and they have
That's
my back the
good.
same way. So yeah, man. So it's like I really, really am very prideful in where I come from. I'm like, no place is like home.
No place.
I don't care
No place.
where you go in the world. I don't care where you from. You ain't touching my home. And everybody should have their own. Everybody should feel that way about
Yeah,
their
that's
home.
true.
But I truly do feel like that about my home, and I'm very glad I'm back home
Okay.
now. I'm living home. I'm back where I started in Garden Street with my new studio. So it's like kind of just bringing it back into the beginning.
Okay. So when did you begin making music?
I want to say it was 2011. It was a weekend. I'd literally throw out my shoulder in like a game or something. I was playing it in my first year of college. And when I threw it out, I was just like, there was no more practicing for me. I actually was just like, yeah, I think I'm done with baseball. And I went to Orlando and I met with Avo for JDPP.
JDPP.
Yeah, the
Big up
keyboard.
JDPP.
Yeah, man. And what's crazy is those were my idols at the time. Like when I was 13, I used to be body training up and down Main Street in the teen jam them with my friends, and it's like I watched them growing up, becoming, and it's like, yo, I want to do that. I think I want to do that.
So that's what sparked it.
Well, not really that moment. Well, I don't really say this out loud. What sparked it was I went to see a Justin Bieber documentary. I don't really say this much, but we'll get it here on Mocktails and Munchies. I went to see a Justin Bieber documentary, and just the way, I guess, like from a kid, how talented he was, and like how he made something like come from a small town. Kind of is definitely not small like the Virgin Islands, but it's like, yo, you come from a small town and you make a name for yourself. And for me, it's like that was very, very inspiring. So when I did go to Orlando and met up with him, Joker, my best friend Craig, at the time, they were like, yo, you should maybe sing. And I went in like their little studio that they had. It was like a little friggin' corner in a room, and then they had a closet, and we sing. And I had my first song called "Wine It," and it was like from there I was like, yo, I think this is what I really, really want to do. So I transferred schools. I went to do music I went to recording arts at Full Sail University in Orlando.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like it was like a 2-month thing. I dropped out of Daytona State, doing one thing, and I just went straight there from didn't even do summer. And it's like a 2-year continuous school. So I was just there, and me and my friends were just rocking it out for years. And then I finally graduated, and after that I moved to Atlanta. And
it was up.
It was up.
And it was stuck.
The whole music thing changed my life completely. Because I had VI Talk. Like, people don't even know that was like my real first soca song that actually bust. But I wasn't never in St. Croix to like push it or like any drop it during St. Croix Carnival. And that thing went clear, my son. Even up to today, I dropped that thing, people go sick. And it's like all ages. So for me, it was like I had catch that little blight then, but I was never wrong to push it. So that's why I have bring it back this year for like my album. But I had other songs that did better and this and that. But, that was a really, really good time back in 2011, 2012, that's where music was really, really fun.
Okay.
Music was like the best time of my life with my friends, creating whatever it is we want.
And just point it out.
How we want, 3 o'clock in the morning, banging, police come in like, yo, I got to shut this down. And we're just like, okay, cool. And we literally all just go in our headphones and we're banging out. Like,
that's good.
The times that we'll never be able to get back.
But you could always reminisce on them.
100%. Those memories will go forever. And I think we always talking about it. So, yeah, back in 2011, 2012. don't they?
Okay. So what challenges do you face being like an artist on a VI?
Where you want me to start? That could be like a list of 30. But the thing is, realistically, is our industry. We don't have an industry, and it's because our numbers are too small.
Yeah.
We're fighting against people that have like millions of like people they could tap into. And realistically, I think the ages of what we actually people that listen to music are like from like 50, anywhere from 15 to 45 or something. It's like a 33% of anywhere that you go. So
Oh
like you take
wow.
like 140,000 people, I think that is on our three islands. You bust that down to 33%. I don't even know what that number. I think it's like maybe 20,000 or
Yeah.
something.
Probably
So
very low.
yeah, so you're talking about 20,000 people really too. If everybody listens to your thing, it's 20,000 people. You know what I mean? Or even if let's just take the 140,000 people that live in the Virgin Islands, I can't do nothing for we. Like I taught, like it takes like not even a million streams get us paid like more than $5,000, $10,000, and a lot of people just don't know that type of thing in the
Yeah.
business. But it's like we're just so small, and it's hard to create the numbers that could produce that type of money for us as like artists. But the thing is, you're kind of seeing other small islands like Dominica kind of bust out the gates with their bouillon and stuff like that. So there's a lot of steps that we could take to become brandable and maybe be able to push. And you gotta remember, I'm just kind of talking about the numbers in the Virgin
Yeah,
Islands,
yeah, yeah.
but there's VI people all over. We here in Atlanta, and we're here on a VI podcast, and for me it's just like the people outside have a hand in what it is that we could do to make our industry an industry or make it bigger than what it is. And then also, I personally feel like being able to collaborate with each other. I think that's something that we don't really have. We want to do music with everybody else, but we don't want to do
With
music
each
with each
other.
other. And I think that hurts us in a big way because you're seeing everybody else when like Jamaica's big, bro. Like when a man have 5 artists that bust in, like because they could do that because they have a whole force of people coming to support them. We need everybody together. We don't need this section of people supporting this people and this. No, we need everybody supporting one unit and pushing. And that kind of comes by, creating music together. And I just remember being in Atlanta when I first moved up there. Every rapper was doing a song with each other. Lil Baby was doing it with Migos them, and everybody was just collaborating. And it's just like you do like a project, and then now that project does well, and everybody eats, and everybody has now joined their fan bases together, and their music will grow. That's how Atlanta gets so big, because everybody wanted to collab, and that's what, like it was just like a forceful push of like Atlanta music rap song, and it's just like without that, I feel like certain places struggle. And really and truly, to be honest, that's not just a VI thing, that's a Caribbean thing. Like we really struggle in being able to push a song or push like this is what it is. Like dancehall could be bigger than what it is, but it's just hard because, Jamaicans say that they don't work together in Jamaica either.
Yeah.
And so it's like when I adjusted that, it's like, yo, that's the same thing going on in the VI. And Trinidad is even a different situation because when we talk about Trinidadian, right, what's crazy is they call themselves a small island. And
I think that island's so big though.
they are huge. They have 2 point something. I think like they have millions of people there. But the thing is, in their mind,
They
soca,
feel small.
yeah, Miss Some, because they looking at all these other genres too, and it's like, yo, why can't our genre be just be up there and like have the same numbers? Which honestly we are now. Kes just touched like 1 million streams in I think like a week.
Yeah, he's
So that's
doing real
so
good.
that's another that's like history in the making right there. So it's like, yeah, we growing, but for them it's like, yo, we want to grow too, and it's a different perspective. We trying to get in their industry, and they're trying to get into the bigger industry. So it's just like a triangle, I guess, effect going on.
But what's for you gonna always be for you.
100%.
So
100%.
I know it's hard, like in the media, to like not compare yourself to other people and their careers and what it is they have going on. But
Facts.
you always have to remember what's for you will always be for you, and nobody can take that away from you.
At all. And the thing is, what they don't know is for us Virginians, we know is what's for we. So
Yeah.
we're going to go and take it. So it's like once we just do the little necessary things, I guarantee 100% sure we're gonna be able to do big things, like
One
huge
day.
things. Yeah, one day for
One
sure.
day.
For sure.
So let's get into mental health because, it's very, very important. And I want to know, in addition to what it is you have going on with your mental health, why do you feel like men in general find it very hard to speak up?
I think it's just being the vulnerability of being emotional to people. You know, a lot of men don't like to be vulnerable and they don't like to be emotional. But I think always for men is finding the right person to be that with.
Yeah.
So especially if you like have friends or, you know, a girl that you're able to just communicate whatever it is going on with you, I think that just helps. But, you know, a lot of times we don't have that person, you know, especially coming from where we come from, especially where we come from. We're like kind of taught like men don't move like that, my boy.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of suck it up
Facts.
and just keep it moving.
That's sad, eh?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like it's almost like it is what it is. It is sad, but it is what it is.
It is what it is to us.
To us.
To
like,
us.
Exactly.
But if you had your own children, would you raise your children with that kind of mentality?
That's a great question. That's a great question. No, in that sense, you're very correct. Because no, I would want them to be as vulnerable as they can because like, yo, I've seen a lot of things change. Me myself have changed just by bottling in emotions. Things in my life have been able like kind of shifted and like put in a wrong, like kind of down the wrong path just because of like emotions and bottling them up. So 100%, you know, I think just because of where we're from, that's like something that we struggle with. And you know, being from where I am, where I'm from, the Virgin Islands, I was able to have a support system that was
good.
so that I was never. I'm not really that one. I'm definitely emotional. But that's only because I have the people in my life.
Yeah.
Like they're set up that way. Like the people that you see around me, they're around me for a reason. I don't have a lot of people, like different people around. If you're around me, you've been around me for years. Like you know me for real, and like I come to you and like I speak to you, and we'll have 3 hours. I must call my boy Mikey like maybe. If there's 7 days in a week, probably like 7 days, and we're talking. If not every day, we're talking 4 hours. But we're talking about life, and we're talking about like what it is that we're going through. And I'm very, very blessed to have someone like him in my corner because you know, without him, it might get difficult. I might feel down. Like, yo, I've been down for a long, like, I'm in a better place.
Yes,
no,
that's
in a
good.
better
That's
place,
good.
no. But man, let me tell you something. Mental health, especially as an artist, is one of the biggest things that could really ruin an artist's career. Because first of all, I remember me as an engineer, before the artist thing, I had to think about where my check was coming from every week. How am I going to pay my bills? Like, you don't know. After I do this one session and I make whatever it is, so I got to wait for another artist to call me back to do another one.
Yeah.
And you're working for these people, and it's like sometimes you got to call out your bed at 3 a.m, and it's just like you never know. And I think that's the biggest thing in this industry is because you just never know.
It's mentally draining.
100%.
I can't even imagine it because like for me personally, I am a military vet.
Okay.
So
jeez,
I know when my payment coming.
Bro,
okay.
That's what. But also, there's so much other things that being in the military, like mentally, you have to go through. So I definitely commend you, just like being in the military and going through that, because I do have those like wondering whatever. But honestly, I hear so much stories, and I really do commend. You know that I didn't know that about you, so definitely big respect. Pick up yourself.
Thank you.
But yeah, like that, I know that was one of the, and then becoming an artist. To be honest, like I am somebody, I'm learning on it, but in the beginning, every negative comment bothered me. That was me. Every negative comment I saw, I would have 40 positive comments and one person come in that comment and says
your whole
thing. Don't want to talk, don't want to eat, don't want to speak to nobody, don't come in my face. And I call in everybody those people I tell you I need to speak to, I call in them. And like, yo, and them man trying to cool me down, you know, but it take me a minute. And let me tell you something. Thinking about that as an artist for like 4 or 5 hours when you have so much other things to do
going on.
Oh my God, it really is a waste of time, and it only hurts you so much. And like so much of those, like you start to feel drained.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like I got to a low point where it's just like, am I really good? And this will just be off of one comment.
Don't ever doubt yourself.
Like that was me. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially like 3 years ago, I was in a dark place. Especially like with my music, because I'm not gonna lie. I came in the game hot. I personally feel 2016. You know, I dropped a lot of different music. Had dope photos. I had dope visuals, and I came in hot. Had a bunch of performances in the VI. I was looked at different. Oh, he's the next big thing in this way, and slowly faded. Slowly faded, and to where it's just like I was just like, yo, I wasn't sure of what I was doing, but because of all that publicity and all that love I was getting, when it got taken away from me, it was
You
just
didn't
like
know what to do.
I didn't know what I could do, what to do, and everything kind of just felt like it was failing. Everything just felt like it was failing, and just felt like I was just doing music at the time too. I wasn't really like engineering anymore because I ran away from that, so I wasn't making no really money on the side
Yeah.
anymore. So it's like I was really trying to hustle and bustle and figure it out.
So what boosts you back up then?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
my son, I move home. I ain't gonna lie, home is really like why. That's why I could really say home is where the heart is,
Yeah.
and home is really mine. I don't want people to get this confused. I'm very comfortable home, but you know when you say you're comfortable, then you get stagnant. You get
Yep.
my boy. I'm only when I say I'm comfortable, my mind is free.
Mm-hmm.
My heart is pure. I don't have to worry about a lot of things I had to worry about in the States. When I first moved to Atlanta in 2014, I got arrested. A lot of people don't know that. I get hold for it was driving under the influence, but it was like on marijuana charges.
Yeah.
And it was like it was the dumbest thing ever. But because of who I was at the time, I was like, man, that man ain't gonna deal with me, no way. But I was in Atlanta, that man don't care about you, bro. That man didn't care about me. So I get hold, and I remember for until even up to today, like I driving on the highway and I see a police, my heart to drop 10 inches down. And I got picked up. I'll be like, whew, okay, he's gone. But that mentally messed me up for like years. I couldn't go on no drives. I couldn't feel comfortable in no car. And I didn't want to go out with my friends past a certain hour drinking because like, yo, I never know if I gonna get hold again. And then not really for me, it was it was a rough moment for my parents. Cause then you never know, like, is my son gonna get locked up when he go to his probation and all that. Yo, look, it had nights I wouldn't sleep. Can't sleep because my probation hearing is the next day. And it's just like, yo, am I going to get hold? Did I do something wrong? And at that time, I was with the most smokers. To where it's like every day in a session, these man making the room smoky. I inhaling this thing secondhand. I'll never forget a day. My first probation meeting, the night before, I was in the studio with pressure till 6 in the morning. My probation thing was at 9 in the morning. I had to go home, bathe, and literally like, yo, I'm tripping.
I would just want to tell you were tripping for sure.
I'm telling you, me never been in that situation in my life. I don't know if they ripping some hair out from my back, if they want me to pee. I don't know why. I don't know, and I don't know in this situation what gonna happen. So let me tell you, I shaking. They tell me go to the bathroom, take a piss. I got in the bathroom, somebody watching me, shaking. Terrified, don't know. My son, I must have not sleep for 2 days, thinking that they gonna call me and be like, everything is clear in Mississippi. Not knowing that if you're cleared, you ain't getting no call. Just come for your next one. So I sit around waiting, shaking at the tip of my bed. People sleeping. I can't like mentally just
can't function.
Yo, at that time, you ever see the movie Get Hard by with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart? It was when like Will Ferrell
I think I see
jail.
on Netflix.
My son, them type of movies that I couldn't watch, I could not watch going to jail movies. I couldn't. My boy literally would have like anxiety. What? I didn't want to go jail. I didn't want to go jail. I don't hear about Atlanta jail and people. And for me, it's like, yo, I was smoking weed. That's it. That's it. So for me, it's like I was terrified. And all those moments. So it's like all that time of being in the States and like even after that was 2014. I done passed that. My record actually wiped clean, all type of thing. And this still bothers me when I'm in the States. To this day. I'm telling you from now. That's why I don't like driving. Big up my boy Mikey for always picking me up and taking me wherever I need to go. 100%.
Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah, man. And my weed separated in a different storage. You can't find it. We good to go. And we up and down, up on the road. But the thing is like, I move home now and all of that gone.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about them thing. That's thing I grew up with.
A lot of people moving back home,
and,
actually.
And they got money to make home. Find your little niche. That's my advice to Virgin Island. That's a way I want to know. Find your little niche, go back home and make your bread, my boy. You got a lot of things that you could make your money on because Virgin Island just don't have it sometimes.
Yeah.
We are building, we getting better at these things. We having new spots and this and that, but we're still behind. And we need people from up here that know and see and been a part of different things at the
Yeah,
Virgin
to come
Islands
back.
to come back and show it is what's going on. And right now to where it's like, yo, I have my studio, big up Todd House, big up all the whole squad, A plus, Joker, Nibs, Jordan, the whole squad. And it's like, yo, we've created something that I personally feel like is special because now we having different islands come together and want to create in our studio, use our talents. And it's just like, yo, it's a special time. And I've been able to create the new music all back home. And yo, it's just been amazing to move back home and I feel free. And now I feel blessed because I have music that popping and I have been being recognized for all my hard works. And I've been doing this for a minute now. So when you want to know why I'm blessed and where, son, I move back home and I get lit. I get lit. I get lit with my people them. And the thing is like it ain't just me. My whole we just lit as a whole thing. I remember going back home when I first moved home. I started going Zanzi every Tuesday, every Monday night. My boy Joker playing Monday reggae nights and then it is what it is playing on Tuesday. And I going there every Monday, Tuesday, meeting new people, and there's like my closest friends now. And now I could go anywhere. We getting partying together, and there's the best time. I'm having the best time of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, it's all over.
So to say, and a lot of my close friends know like how low, like how deep down, I was really down bad, and it was really I was in good places, but mentally I just wasn't making music wasn't fun anymore. But now making music again is so much fun. I don't know if it's the soca now that I'm making it fun, but it's just life. Life is such a blessing. Life, I've been able to see it in such a different view now. Of course, I get older too, so I gain more wiser, being able to create opportunities for myself. But yeah, I really appreciate the people that are around me. I don't really get to call their names much. It's a lot of people, but they're from the Virgin Islands.
They know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are, and I really appreciate them always for just keeping me grounded, keeping me humble, and keeping me one. A one Virgin Island.
I'm glad to know that your mental health is back on track.
Yes,
back on track.
Look, let me tell you something. It was all type of roads. We going.
But we good now.
We are perfect. We are amazing. We are where we need to be.
That's good.
That? Yes.
So now we're going to get into, first of all, we're going to take a piece of this brownie.
Yeah, I was about this. I will keep looking at it and want to taste this again too.
We got to taste some.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm so glad you grabbed that one because I'm an end fan. I need the edge. That's the best part for me, I ain't so fresh. All right. Hey. I don't really like eating on camera because I'm a very sloppy eater.
It's okay.
But, the ladies watching, the ladies on the camera, they want to see me. They can't watch me eating like that. You know what I mean?
The ladies need to know.
They need to find that out after. Because then if they know this about me, they'll be like, oh my God, I do smack occasionally. And that's a bad problem. I've been trying to do better. I'm actually learning a lot better etiquette. But when food tastes so good, can't deny it, man.
Oh, so what's your favorite Virgin Islands? Matter of fact,
You
what's
can't
your
say
favorite
Virgin
Virgin Islands drink?
And
what's your favorite Virgin Island food?
So, drink, definitely the peanut punch from Ghettos. Big up yourself, unks, every time. You go to my boy in Ghetto, I wouldn't go certain times. Definitely call before. Don't just roll up and Ghettos. But that Monday, my boy have the best peanut punch to me for the last 5 years. Every time I go there by pressure, I check my boy them, all them. I grab 2 peanut punch, one for now and one for later. So that peanut punch.
That's how good it is.
That's how good it is. That is my favorite Virgin Islands drink. Food. I think it's very, very tricky to talk about food because we are so diverse.
Yeah.
Because me tell you something, a nice rice and beans from the Virgin Islands, them Dominican down there. Gosh, man, I love it. I like a stewed chicken. I love a rice and beans. I literally eat that every day. Not gonna cap. From different places. Not gonna cap.
You ever had the food by oh God, I ain't been home in so long.
It was just a taste because I dung in this thing. I could eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's yours.
I wasn't sure we were tasting it or because
No,
I
that's
see
yours.
dung. I just go in. Okay, go ahead.
What is that restaurant by Rainbow in Tongue?
Rancho Latino?
Rancho Latino.
So let me talk about Rancho Latino. That's one of my favorite places from a young, and I still love them. I still eat from them because I
They're
can
still
tell.
good? Because I know back in the day, that rice and
The
beans.
rice and beans is still amazing. That ain't changed.
Okay.
That I want you to know. I still think they're top tier with that. Probably top 3 in St. Thomas for sure. But just the taste of everything else. Like I really do. I'm not a big fan of stew chicken anymore. I do get the conch. So whenever I do go there, I spend my bread on the conch. You know what I mean? Get my butter sauce and thing in action. Side of plantain, tostones 100%. Got a little Heineken to go. That's my little vibes right there. But right now, chicken fry, the red place right there by Catholic school. If you pass Catholic school right there, the red door, oh gosh. Give me a large plate from there. White rice, beans, give me a baked or a stew chicken, plantains on the side, and then I need also the pasta salad. Big up yourself every time, chicken fry. Where the camera is.
You heard that, ladies? You heard that, right?
You want, hey.
So
that is it right there.
That's it. That is it.
That is it. that is it right there. That's stew chicken plate or baked chicken plate from chicken fry. Oh gosh. That is it. And then also I got big up my my restaurants, Sibs on the Mountain and Deli Deck. Please make sure if you're in the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, go check them out. One is in Haven Site, Deli Deck, breakfast and lunch. And then come to the bar up on the hill from 4 to 2 at night. Get your dinner. Sibs on the Mountain.
And make sure you go.
Yeah, go check it out. I guarantee you, we have the best chicken tenders in the world. I'm not even capping. If we want, I'm about to enter them in the chicken tenders of the best world, whatever category.
Competition?
They better look. I'm ready for it. I really truly believe in my chicken tenders. You can have it with honey mustard barbecue sauce, and I don't see this. I'm not, and this is how real I is. I'm being so real with everybody right now. I'm not a big fan of our fries, but 2 people, we have the best fries on island. And this is not me saying it. I just tell you I don't like our fries. But other people think we are the best fries on island. I think we are the best chicken tenders in the world. But people say fries. So go up there.
Fries.
Hey, I ain't me that say it.
If that's why you want.
Ain't me that say it. Is it not me that said it? It's others that say. I'm just letting you know what other people said.
I know about fries, but chicken for sure. The VI get you on that.
Look, the chicken tenders is different. And my family been running it for a very long time. It's been under the family for about, my father took it over maybe 5 years. So it's been my inner family for about 5 years now. And let me tell you something. Outside the music, that is a different world. The music, the food industry, oh my God, completely different world. So that's another thing. Respect on you for that, because it's just like I've been able to learn a lot. I've learned their mental, the stuff that they go through.
Yeah.
Because y'all cook for like hours. And especially depending on like who it's for and what you gotta do, like that's insane. The baking, like I'm not gonna lie, that's too much hours for me.
You know what time? Let me see. For Thanksgiving, and I only cook for my family for Thanksgiving, and I want my feed for 10 hours.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Next time you make sure you save a plate, send it down, okay? You send it down. Come. While you bro, I ain't about to go in for our next final. I'm slowly eating it too because I'm talking.
Just take your time.
Like it tastes.
Because we have a lot to get to.
Okay, well let's get to it.
Okay. Now we gotta talk about one of my favorite songs personally, which is Access Granted.
Access Granted. Promise you to wine on that bumper. That is it.
I saw the visuals for it, and you actually shot it in Anguilla, and it was so beautiful.
That was like a half a video.
I know it wasn't a whole thing, but
I actually saw another. Is another video. There's a video of me and a girl by a pool dancing.
I saw that one too.
But you didn't pick up that one. You didn't like that one.
I ain't saying I didn't like that one. I saw like that one too, but the one in Anguilla, I just feel.
All right, so we'll talk about
it
the one
was
in Anguilla.
It was showing the shots and the beaches, and it was just aesthetically pleasing, and that's what I love.
It was so easy to do because of how beautiful of a place that is.
It was very beautiful.
Insane. And to be honest, like I did a lot of crazy stuff to get the shots that we needed, but the shots that we got. There was a reason
Top
why.
tier.
100%. Big up Nibs for that video. My management, Anthony Nibs. Yeah, so Nibs is managing me now. He's on the team.
Him. That's so nice.
Bro. He's been doing everything for me. He's been a lot of the videos that's been shot and edited. He's been the one behind of it, putting all the ideas together. And we work great together because it's like I have a lot of ideas. He has a lot of ideas, and we kind of blend with like I help him edit, I help him shoot, whatever it is. Because I do a lot of visual stuff too.
Yeah.
Not on that level, but I do my little things with for TikTok and Instagram reels and whatever. But I definitely gotta big up him for just like all the stuff that he's just come on board. Like he's literally just taking the challenge and like just achieving every little thing. So
Excelling.
yeah, so I
Okay.
definitely appreciate him to the max for coming on the team and doing everything. So big him up for that video. And what's crazy, I missed the poke. I ran though.
You
Yeah, I
joking?
dead serious. So that video was so the only time we had was that morning to shoot everything. I was actually on my I couldn't I was falling out.
Yeah.
Like I was dying. I just came from traveling all type of different places tour to come down there for a week. I actually had to like take a day down there to like really catch myself. And then I continued doing it, and then like I ain't gonna lie, like Anguillans the party different. A lot of liquor, a lot. They don't care. Shots. And for me, it's just like, whoa, yo,
That was a
yo,
lot,
whoa,
eh?
yo. Yeah, and I just couldn't take. I got to a point where it's just like, yo, we need to do this today. But I want to go on the poker run. So I was just like, all right, we ain't going. We just shoot this, and we shoot this out, shot it all day. Then we met with them at the end, so we got some shots too.
Yeah.
We told Joe got to hold the phone up like this whenever he just get some fat, so we could get it whatever. But yeah, man,
It came out beautiful.
it was amazing, and then Anguilla was able to really appreciate the video as well. They a lot. I was still new down there, but after I put out that video, they're like, "Yo, we respect this kid because we never had somebody that really artist come to our homeland and just like use our beauty for
Yeah.
like a video." So that's really cool. And then we kind of capitalized on it too because it was like, oh, this is a cool idea. So let's try to do this wherever we went. So we started doing it when we went Miami, Uber Soca, and just catching the vibes of where we was and just putting the videos together.
Putting
And
it
people
all
like
together.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was very nice. It was very
Thank
nice.
you. I
And the
appreciate that.
one with, the young lady that you were dancing with. Shout out
Look,
to Deso.
That's so. Look, let me
We
tell you,
love
The
her.
fact that she came last minute was just like, yo, what do you guys need me to do? Okay, cool, let's do it. And it was just like me and her were just vibing. It was literally just a whole vibe. And the fact that we didn't know how good the shots were coming out till like after, I really appreciate the what's the word I'm looking for? Professionalism.
Yeah.
Very, very professional. Came, did her job, and it was just like she made the whole video.
No,
I
she
was in it.
did.
It's like I was there, but
You
yo,
were there, but nobody was paying attention to you. Okay?
I wasn't even paying attention to me.
I'm a
to be honest.
girl, and I love
Look,
her. She is so
just
beautiful.
a whole vibe. Just a whole vibe. And the thing is, like, I appreciate it even more because I was on my last, like, I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. And Nibs was
And
like,
look at how it turned out.
yeah, Nibs was just like, yo, let me just go for it, bro. I was just like, yeah, but I don't like to just go for it. That's
Yeah.
wasting our time, bro. Like, I don't have time to do this. My boy, she come, and thank God she come how she come because, like, the video was perfect. I think it's at like 60,000 views right now. And yeah, big up everybody supporting the thing, man, because I actually
love
jumped on it late. 3 weeks into it, it was only like 300 views, and I wasn't pushing it. And I went on TikTok and started pushing the song. And let me tell you something, I think,
It's doing numbers now.
yeah, man, I think we over like 150,000 streams on all 3 platforms,
That's
like
good.
Apple Music, Spotify. So, and that's my most streamed song right now. So
I
it's
love
been-
it. That's my favorite song. That's my favorite song.
Thank you. The little
And shout out to
mix.
Deso.
Hey, big
we
shout-
love you, girl.
Darling.
So I have a question.
Talking.
What would you say has been like the most pivotal moment, like through your career so far?
Pivotal meaning like changed.
Like a big change.
Moving home.
Moving home?
I changed everything. I even cut my hair after like 7 years, 8 years. Like my hair was long. Like that was my look. My hair was my look, and the fact that I even did that, I changed everything. And I felt like I had to because it was almost like I had to bring back the old Leo, the people that people knew by my name. My name is Leo. I just was like, oh, the old Leo. Who's Leo? My name is Leo the 3rd. So that's where the 3rd comes from. But it's like I had to get back to that point.
Yeah.
Like, I had to get back to who that kid was. That kid was like a fun, energetic, like always bouncing off the wall, want to be around him because of how fun he was.
Yeah.
Person. And I feel like there was a lot of mistakes that I made as an artist coming up to where it's like I need to be like this, I need to move like this. And for me, the biggest thing in this industry is relationships. And I feel like I kind of kept myself to myself. I kept to myself all the time, and that wasn't really what I needed to do.
You needed to network and branch out.
100%. So when I moved home, I just went back to who I was, and I just was so friendly. I just remember being always out, especially like last year. I was just out all the time trying to make friends. Like I wanted to make friends. I wanted to see people because, to be honest, for the past 3 years before that, I was just in a studio. I was literally not locked up. I was locked in a studio, but like that's all I did. That's all I believed in. Like I just had to work, and God's gonna bless me with everything. And to be honest, like yeah, you can work really, really hard, but there's other things you gotta do too. And it's like network is one of them. You just gotta be out and still live your life.
And you still have to be authentic and true to yourself.
Facts. And guess where I'm from? The U.S. Virgin Islands. So the fact that I went back, it was like I was being authentic and very, very true to myself. So I'm very best to do that move. And I would say that's probably the most pivotal, for real. And there's other times where I went from being an engineer to an artist. That time too was kind of crazy, but I definitely take this as like my biggest change, my biggest like moment for sure.
For your fans, right? What is one thing they don't know about you?
I would say, I am a lover boy. Yeah, definitely a lover boy.
Wait, but you single?
I should that.
Oh, that is tricky.
That no, it's not tricky. Yeah. Okay. All right. So definitely, I'm definitely in a relationship. I've been in a relationship, a great one, a happy one, for, we call it different times, but I've been away. I always lived away. She's always been home. And it's just it's been tough in that way.
Yeah.
But now I'm home now, and a lot of things are different. Things are changing. Now we're getting a lot closer because I'm home. And the fact that I've been home for a little bit of time now, and the fact I'm able to travel. So yeah, I've been in a very happy one, but
I would have never even thought that you were a lover boy.
Yeah, but I'm in a very quiet way. And I don't let people have that side of me because there's something I gotta keep for myself. You can't give everybody the cake, man. You can't give everybody like I show in my stuff. I show down to my room, like how the world knows how I am down into like how my room looks because I'm always on live or shoot videos in there. Like I need something for myself. So the fact that I could be like who I is, and don't get me wrong, like I've had a crazy life. Like I've had a great life. Me and my friends, boy, we're like not the Backstreet Boys, but like you know what I mean? Like we're the life of the party.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, so it's like I've been able to it's not that I'm faking it. It's still a thing, but like he said, I am a real lover boy. I like the roses on the bed and the candlelight. Yeah, man, I go in why.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. So that's how right now a lot of R&B was so easy too, because before the soca it was a lot of R&B.
Yeah.
And that's how I everybody be like, who you talking about and this and that. I'd be like, the ones what do you mean? Who am I talking about? It's just a song. But nah, a lot of
So is it hard for you to like, cause you have like different genres, right?
Yeah, facts.
So is it hard for you to choose the specific genre to match like the fact that you're from the VI? Because like we have our accent, we talk a certain way. Like, is it hard?
No, not really, because like I say, we mix with so much different like background cultures.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody like what they like.
Yeah.
Like you could go to the Santo bar and hear just a bunch of Santo music and they love that. And you could go down by Borden Haven, hear a bunch of calypso soca going on. You could go over country and hear a bunch of rap over by the cockpit. You know what I mean?
We are very diverse.
Very hugely diverse. So it's like, it's not that hard. You could just find your little niche, but I just found what works for me. And that's right now soca. And for me is I just want to dive into it more. Because I feel like I've been running from it. Like I literally do my last soca song probably like 2014. And after that, I was just like, all right, cool. I found a different direction. I want to go this direction. I ain't going back to soca. Soca can't do nothing for me because soca can't do this. And to be honest, it wasn't until I dove back into it.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, these man really tough. And they're actually growing this thing really, really big. And they're like, to be honest, they're almost there. They it's just good. It's the matter of the song and the artist
Yeah.
that puts it out. And I personally believe like soca gonna be a genre that's like amongst the world because people love to party, people love to
People
dance.
love to party.
And that's what soca music
That's
is.
actually my favorite genre.
Soca
I
music?
love a soca.
Oh,
You know, I went
gosh.
to Uber Soca Cruise. When I
When?
say I went 2019, November
So
2019.
you's
That
a
was my
real
first.
vet. You's a
I'm telling
real
you,
vet.
my liver,
I'm not a vet. I can't.
my kidneys, my belly.
Yo.
For that whole week, all I had was rum from morning till nighttime, and I barely slept.
So I have a question. Do you see what's the difference between you think now and then? Because I ain't gonna lie. I wish I went then because that was like the nothing
beginning of
line,
it. Yeah.
Nothing used to be like resurface. You could have really gone on that thing and just have
and
a time.
really
without,
have a time. Okay.
Boy, I jealous.
Let me see. When I went, I mean, right now I feel like everything, but you know what? We living in a social media era. So
Yeah.
it's like everything is kind of, you're going to find it on social media.
Somehow, some way. Even if
Somewhere,
it's not
somehow.
during the event, it's somewhere after.
But I do feel like a lot of people, when I went, didn't really have all the phones recording. Like me, I's a Snapchat queen.
Okay,
I
now.
recording everything from the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep.
All right, they send you my posters from now on to post. Okay, Snapchat queen.
But on the Soca Cruise, I don't feel like a lot of people were like me. Like a lot of people were just genuinely enjoying themselves.
That's
but this
good.
was my first time, so I really wanted to record.
Who are on there?
Everybody. I even sat down and had breakfast with Asa Banton,
Look.
Patrice Roberts were there. Not Kes. What his name is? Adam over there. I think I even have him on my video on YouTube.
I think it's actually just cool. Like, see the names you call and you see you had breakfast with them.
Yeah, we were all sitting on the table together.
That's one of the coolest things.
And you meet a lot. When I say you meet so many people, right?
It's a great idea. I love the fact that they brought Caribbean people together like
and
that.
And it's all love. Like, ain't no hate. Like, everybody genuinely enjoying themselves, partying from sun up till sundown. Rum can done, food can done.
Facts.
And the best part is this ain't no regular. Like I don't hear people complaining a lot about the cruise ship food.
I was just literally about to ask about
the food on the cruise ship was made by Caribbean people. Okay.
So that's another thing where advantage.
Ackee, everything in the morning for breakfast.
Our food was not very good.
Oh.
It was not very good. I starved a lot of times. And I don't eat red meat.
So
I don't eat red
sad.
meat, no pork. My son, a lot of my plate was fries alone. And then this trip had doubles. But the trip last year was a lot better. But let me tell you something. The fact that you're talking like that, I really wish because that was what we were missing out of the cruise, like having really good food and really and truly everybody was just getting drunk and trying to just survive.
Wow.
At that point, it wasn't like we wasn't trying to enjoy the food. We were just trying to survive. We were just trying to put something in our stomach, suck up the alcohol and just keep it going because it was, and it's a different time. Like I ain't gonna lie, last year when I went on it, I did not know what to expect. And mind, that's what I didn't say that, but Uber Soca is what got me back into soca.
The
you know?
soca.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was when I went, me and Joker spent our money last year and we went just to experience it because everybody talking about it. From 2019, we hearing about this trip and everybody talking how big it is and and we're like, we have to go. So I went. Mine hearing so much soca I never hear in my life. One song stick out, Brain Freeze. Everything by the bar give me plenty. I'll wait take the start of the century. Blow. Now the thing start. Fill up the drinks to me hot and we send shots.
I did hear that song.
My son, when I heard that song, I was like, what is this? There is no way soca sound like this now. And because I was very out of loop, I in Atlanta, like I hearing hip hop, I've been doing R&B music, Afro beats and thing. I wasn't hearing no soca. So when I heard this song, I said, wait, man, this now became my song as a drinking song. So for me is when I leave the cruise, I went back home. 2 days later, after I reached home, it was a Monday night. I'll never forget. Joker was playing at Zanzibar, and I got a guitar loop, and I put it in my thing, and I sing. I put it on and I start singing. Woy, yoy, yoy, woy, yoy, yoy. I didn't say I feel like I drink my life away. Something mash up my play or something. I was just like mumbling. And then I finally catch the drink my life away. I had the hook, and that's it. And then I come upon us so high to come through to the studio to help me finish write the voices. Cause you need a team. I want everybody
Yeah.
to know that I write a lot of my stuff by myself. Most of the time, like I come up with the idea, I have it there, and then everybody sharp iron sharpens iron. That's the quote. Iron sharpens iron, right? Iron sharpens iron. To where it's like my friends sharpen what I do, and I sharpen what my friends do,
Yeah.
and it's like it's one big thing. So I called my friends so high. We wrote this song. What's crazy? We wrote the verse. We wrote the second verse, and I was so excited. Like I knew what we had. Like this would feel better than anything. It felt better than Brain Freeze at the time when I just heard it. I was like, yo, where is Joker? So I must have called Joker 30 times. When he finally finished Zanzibar, my boy called me. He's like, yo, he called me. We call each other Pop. Like, he
Yeah.
like, Pop, what happened, bro?
He's
Like,
like,
you
"You
good?
okay?"
Like, you good, bro? I'm like, Joker, you have to get here. No. Come here, no. Come to the studio. He's like, come for me. So I went down for him, son. I even said went right away. I bounced what I had and took it with me in the car. I said, Joker, we have one. I think we have one. So I played that thing for him. He's like, oh, Pop. He went in his corner. I started singing even more, doing little backgrounds and this and that. And we finished the song within like 2 days. And I knew exactly what I had. And it was just the right plan to put it out to make it work.
Yeah.
And then everything worked. It worked. The thing, look, night and day. And I just get a remix going out now. Big up Nyla Blackmon. Big up the home
Love
team.
her.
Man, that's my darling, my son. She's so talented and an inspiration in my career right now. It's not even funny because the amount of shows she does and how she works and up and down, it's like I aspire. You know, just how I would honestly feel like I'll fall sick all the time too. Like how much she moving, how much she don't get no time to rest. And consistency.
Okay.
I'll never forget I landed in Trinidad maybe like a month ago, and she landed 4 hours after me, like at 12 a.m. And she had to go straight from the airport to a show. So I met her at the show. I went down there to walk and do some stuff with her, but I met her at the show. She did that show, came off the stage, went in the car with us, got in the car, drove 45 minutes south Trinidad to another show. Did that show. We drove back 45 minutes back up to where we were staying. Probably later head down for 3 hours. From like 5:30 we fell asleep. At 9:30, Nyla were calling us and like, yo, let's work. Let's go. Leo, you ready? That's what you came in
That's
for.
a boss.
My
Okay.
boy, let me tell you
That's a
something.
boss.
I was like,
shout out to Nyla.
I said, you want to sleep? You sure you ain't tired? And she up and she ready, and we did like maybe 4 songs that day.
Wow.
Like walk in, and it's like we walked till about 11, went back home. Next day again, she up from 7. I'm just like, do we pass? Do we get some sleep around here? Like, yo, can we get some sleep? But nah, I'm very, very inspired by how hard she works, seeing how dedicated she is to her craft, wanting to be just bigger and better, pushing Trinidad. You know what I mean? I'm not from Trinidad, but seeing how she's able to push it in a way where, spreading it across the globe. She just came back from Africa and like doing a whole run there. So it's very inspiring. I can't wait to, do the same in my career.
What's so crazy you talk about Nyla? She just now work with Trilogy.
Yes.
And you just now work with Trilogy too.
So you're seeing how all the dots connect.
Love the connection.
Yes. So it's like kind of like, just home team stuff. Like, I don't know how that connection started. I lie. I know exactly how the connection started. They wanted a mix, and I was like, yo, I actually doing some stuff with Nyla now, and she down here, and we met. I think it was in Trinidad. No, it wasn't in Trinidad. It was home, and they were like, yo, bro, we're trying to link with Nyla. Can you kind of hook it up? And my boy, you have the biggest song in the Caribbean. I don't need to hook up anything. Just call her. And so said, so done. And Nyla is honestly one of the coolest people when it comes to that. They linked in Trinidad. They went down to Trinidad. They linked, did the whole video. I wanted to be a part of it. The only way I would have been able to be a part of it was if I mixed it. So I was like begging, like, yo, let me get a hand on these vocals. And they actually did went another route. But nonetheless, like, yo, the song is my boy we were just saying, like, yo, this song, he wasn't feeling it at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, Mike. He wasn't feeling it at the beginning. I love it because that song, like, it's like a pop bouillon song. It's a different type of vibe.
Yeah, it's a different
and
vibe
now,
for sure.
My boy played it in the car. I said, he's like, nah, this thing really big. And so for me, it's like, big up them, big up for that collaboration. And then, for me, the fact that Triller was just even open to work with me,
That's so
we
good.
met in Miami. My boy we did work for 3 hours. He don't know me from a can of paint, no. And my name, I just have the night and day that doing its thing. But he had the biggest song in the Caribbean. So for me, it's
Facts.
like people can move all type of ways, and my boy never moved one way with me at all. And I really respect him for that. And now it's like we have a brotherhood, and it's
That's
like
good.
now he bringing his people down over the same time. I was wanting to come work with the man them. And
Them
then
I was just down there.
that's we get a number one song in Dominica right now. Big up big up the whole team, Rio. Okay, boom, and Chilla, and nice, man. Yo, it was a whole vibe. Big up A+ on the beat too. Tridel were there, Nibs were there. Who else were there? Quan were there. And my partner Adam, who just started a part of the Todd House, we all literally were chilling. And nice with like, yo, ain't got a bottle of Hennessy or something around here. So I went for a bottle of Hennessy because we gonna at Todd House, we make sure everybody's straight.
Yeah.
When I come back, I was like, yo, I gonna go check Joker. I start create a beat real quick. By the time I got back, the beat was created. They were ready to do the hook. The man would start putting down voices. They record all the voices. Then it was like, all right, we ready to mix it. So I started doing my little thing. They're like, let's shoot a video. Then I started shooting a video. Man, nice take off his shots and like come in like a superhero. Nice. I was just like, yo, this is lit. And thank God we recorded it because I want people to see that this could happen.
Yeah.
Like we could all come, like we could get together and create a song in an hour, yo, and just put it out. And it's the number one song. That was a fun song. That wasn't meant. I don't even think they meant to take it that like serious. I don't even think it was meant to be like something. And let me tell you, that man shoot video and say, yo, this is it. This supposed to have Dominicana next gay. So said, so done. It beat Coco T this week. Now we're the number one song in Dominica.
I saw it.
Insane.
I saw it today,
it's
actually.
insane. It's so like, yo, if that don't inspire people to just do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what. Like, for me, and what's crazy is I'm kind of a perfectionist. And I mixed the vocals, everything, sent it over to them. So I was like, yeah, this about to be crazy. Then I called me back and was like, yo, bro, it's kind of too perfect, We like the imperfections and like the missed notes and like this. I was like, what? What do you mean? They're like, yeah, you see, in Boyoung music, we like the
different.
They like the naturalness. They like making. They don't want everything.
Because that's what make them stand out.
Correct. They want it feel good. They don't want it like to where it's it sounds amazing, but they're just like, yo, just make it natural again.
Yeah.
And it was such a unique experience for me that everything now I just move in natural. I don't do a lot of things different. I was mixing a song for Flizzy the other day. I didn't even do all the things I normally would do, but it just sounds good. It sounds natural. Like, yo, this is
organic.
year. It's It's a year, or it's a time where everything needs to be organic.
Yeah.
Not like as robotic and stuff where 10 years ago when auto-tune come in and it's like you could have made, people want a little bit more naturalness and a little bit more.
And plus it's a vibe.
A whole vibe.
Come
whole
on.
vibe. What? He's like, you can keep shooting for hits, but I forget what the quote is. I don't like saying quotes that I don't think.
Yeah.
But it was just something to where it's just like, just music these days. It used to all about creating a hit, and it's just like music is just a vibe these days. And a lot of those songs travel farther.
Yeah, them is the ones that go viral.
Yeah, quickly too, my son. Quickly too, and it's just like the numbers people seeing these days are unmatched. Like, yo, Coco T touch 1 million. That's not heard of in soca in a week or two. It's not ever heard of. Big up yourself, Kes, my boy. I hope that's definitely an inspiration of mine. So it's like just to see that soca making those strides in that direction is a cool thing too.
Well, I'm happy that you're going back to soca.
Yeah, I in it like Nyla them, and that's another thing. Big up Nyla them for they're bringing me down in January for the carnival. And I'm gonna be there for about 2 months. Every show that she go, I'm gonna be touching the stage with her. She gonna bring me out, sing night and day.
Good exposure.
It's amazing exposure. So I trying to get like all my my VI designs, pocket in a VI hair, a little VI flag.
Have to represent. We gonna represent
everywhere. I might just wear white, blue, and gold the whole time. I might just wear white, blue, and gold the whole time.
Okay. So now we're gonna play a little game called VI Certified.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, and you better not get them wrong. Okay? What is the number one thing the VI is known for?
What? That's hard. The number one thing?
The number one thing. And this is
See, the first thing that popped in my head was tots, like coconut tot, but that was like, nah, it
No,
can't be the number one thing.
no, because if it have
in
people,
what topic? In what
okay,
category?
if it have people that want to come and visit the VI, they visiting the VI
beach.
for this.
The beach.
Okay, correct.
All right,
correct.
I get that. I get in that aspect for sure. You got you.
So the second one is you have to name all the islands, but attach it with their nickname.
Okay. St. Croix is Twin City. St. Thomas is Rock City. St. John is Love City. Water Island have one?
No.
Okay, Water Island. Do we even count? I mean,
I don't know. You know, I know.
I just say that respectfully because
I
don't
just say because like a day. Yeah. But TBH, I only really.
I just be over there, so I just respectfully, out of respect. But
I only been there once.
You know, people that really feel people that be getting into.
But we do be leaving them out.
Yeah, we do. We 100% do. They have like 30, 40 people over there. It's it's a little community.
Yeah, it is a little community.
It's a little getty up on the beach sometimes. You know, we just go over there on your paddle boat. It's very different over there too.
You know, this man have like he could talk in different ways.
I really honestly,
I don't know what his issue is. I don't know how he even do.
All you is a lot of time of practice, boy.
He from DA. No, he from DA.
And then you switch up the character just like this and go all the way Australia with it. You know, I want to be not
you
right now.
Actor.
Yeah, later on. I think acting is cool. Like I think like being because I've been on a set, but I was like on set and I didn't like the vibe of that. But actually acting, that was just somebody walking behind in the shot, and it was like that was boring. Like I want to actually do the thing, and so for me. And I feel like another part or where I want to go is maybe in that direction, you know, an artist that acts as well. You know, a lot of my inspiration and what I do is Chris Brown too. I really was like a fan of Chris from like the time he came out. Like from
Chris
Running.
Brown is that guy.
He's that guy. And then he did this Christmas, you know, all of that. Then he did that one action movie where he on the bike and I'm like, yo, what can't he do?
Yeah,
so I was
very
inspired by him with growing up and just seeing all that he could do. I like seeing what people could do coming from nothing or coming from a very small wherever town, like, and just make things happen.
Yeah.
You want to do this, go do it. You want to do that, go do it. You know, and for me, it's like, I'm going to go do it. I don't know when.
And guess what? You're going to be an inspiration for the younger generation coming up.
I really hope so because, I mean, I only want to transfer the knowledge over because I personally believe knowledge is the number one thing in the world that you could obtain. Like, this is the most richest tool, like, thing that you could obtain. And it's like, the knowledge is only as good as the knowledge that you let go to other people. So it's like, if you keep all the knowledge to yourself, and I learned this from Pressure, it's like, you keep all the knowledge for yourself, like you're kind of like gatekeeping knowledge and your blessings ain't gonna come to you. So for me, it's like to obtain the knowledge and pass that down to people that deserve it, to people that work hard, people that want to know, you know, because people sometimes will waste your time and like you could talk forever and they just ain't learning. You know, there's some people, like I personally like to look at myself as one. Whenever Pressure, like I learn a lot from Pressure. And, you know, that was just one thing. He's just like, yo, just obtain knowledge, bro. And you're going to be able to, you know, realize some stuff. You don't need to, like, pay too much attention. But then it's like other things, like, you take that in. So, you know, but I'm able to show the younger ones, like, hey, don't do that, don't do this. Just like how he was able to show me certain things.
Do you see yourself creating, like, I don't know, maybe a musical mentorship or something of that sort?
100%. Like I say, I have my dog Adam right now. He's an artist, producer, but he also wants to learn the engineer side of things. And I've been engineering. I've been doing it for so long. So I've kind of took him under my wing to make sure, you know, and teach him. And so he could do the same thing and like teach him exactly how I did it, how I saw other people do it. And, you know, just get better.
Yeah.
And, you know, now he's under me. Yo, he's almost better than me. So it's like cool to see someone grow so fast too. And you just put him in different situations, and that's what it is, putting young ones in situations that they could be better from. Even if they fail, it's still learning. It's a learning experience. So for me, it's like you just gotta put them in in their position. Like Quan just came to do a session for the song, the DA song that he jumped on.
Yeah.
He was just there like an hour before doing a session, and I was just like, yo, the man pulling up. If you want, you could just stay, cool out. You know, we just cooled in, and the man stay. and put him in a situation where every day we're creating a song, and it was up to him if you to get on the song or not. My boy sit down there, he write the voice. My boy jump on the song, he kill the song, and it's just like, yo, bro, that's all it is. It's just putting these people in a position to make themselves better. And now look at that. He get no he on a song that's the number one
Number
song in
one.
DA. And my boy, a lot of people like it, that is such a blessing for such a young artist, especially trying to get into different markets.
Yeah.
Like now, people know who Quan is. My name does have another Quan there, but nah, they know Quan from the VI now, and you know they know A plus now because A plus produce it. So it's like just putting my friends and everybody in situations and passing on the knowledge that I was able to obtain from here. Goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning. People that live up here from the Virgin Islands, you know, obtaining knowledge and coming back home and just teaching and doing the thing. Because that's all we need to. We just lack knowledge in the Virgin Islands. We just lack not knowledge like that. I don't want people to take it like in a negative way. Please don't take it in a negative way. I'm just talking about in certain things, but that's because like we don't get to see a lot of what the world has to offer.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't get to travel outside of it and see it. And it really is our job that people that do get to go outside to come back and show and teach.
Facts.
And if you ain't willing to do that, then you're kind of hurting us at the end of the day, because it's like that's the only way we're gonna grow. It's the only way we're gonna get better.
Cause that's one of my like goals too. Like once I make it to WIPA, I need to make it. I have to go back home. Like I can't just be. I would feel very selfish, you know, if I don't go back home and do something to help my island elevate in a WIPA. Multiple people could get opportunities. Multiple people could branch out. Multiple people could network. You know, I have to do something.
But I want you to know you're very much putting on for the Virgin Islands just by just this set alone. Like this, one of the most proper podcast setups. Probably the most proper podcast setup I've ever been on.
Thank you.
You know, the vibes is nice. It's you started off with saying the Virgin Islands. You know, the whole conversation's basically been about the Virgin Islands. So you know. You're putting it online, so you're showing the VI like this is what it could be, this is what it should be, and the fact that you know you already have in mind like yo, I'm about to go back home and do once again big respects. I don't know if people come on here to big you up, but you know definitely want to give you your flowers right now before this become a thing, because this is going to be the thing. I love this vibe. Like I'm just waiting for her to tell me about the brownie thing again.
He loved the vibe so much, right? So I'm going to put him on the spot right now because he loved the vibe so much. He was singing a little Mocktails and Munchies melodies. So I'm about to let him do his little freestyle. So are you?
Was it We Are Here? We are here because we are here because we are here because we are here. Mocktails and Munchies here because we are here because we are here.
Thank you. You heard it right?
That's a toast.
So imagine how his music is. So that means you, my audience, have to go and stream Th3rd music.
100%.
Okay?
And we're gonna get to a place where, because is there intro music? Do you have intro music to this?
No, I have like a little instrumental.
Don't worry. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna get it in gear. We're gonna make sure that Mocktails and Munchies have a proper Virgin Islands intro and dedicated.
That's what I need.
Yeah, man. No, man. We got you for having me and making the whole show perfect. I got you. That's my gift to you.
Thank you so much.
Just give me some time because I'm gonna be on the road. Once I get back in the studio, for sure we got it.
So you heard a new intro coming soon. You hear it here first out the horse's mouth.
We gonna make sure we hear it.
So if you don't deliver, you already know what to do.
We're delivering like UPS on a overnight FedEx flight, wherever it is. We're gonna deliver. Wherever it is. That wasn't a bar, but I gotta do better with that. But we're gonna deliver for sure.
To close, I need you to tell the audience of any upcoming projects, new music, and WIPA they could find you.
To be honest with y'all should just tap into all my social medias. Only because I do keep very, very active.
Yeah.
And it's some cool stuff I think y'all would enjoy, but I'm about to go on a spree of just like releasing music. And I feel like sometimes if you're not really tapped in or like watching, you might miss. And I feel like I'm in a good space right now with
That's
what I'm
good.
creating. I help a lot of people with music too, so I'm always creating. And I think being able to touch other people's stuff teaches me how to, you know, be different. I work
Yeah.
with Pumpa a lot, and let me tell you something. Pumpa is so different. Like hearing his stuff, I'm able to like kind of do it different, do stuff on his tracks that is like, all right, cool. Let me try it on my stuff too, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
very different, really cool. I just do a dance hall record that is like I spit in, and I don't. I normally sing it.
Dance
Yeah.
hall.
Well, no, it's oh, let's see. Damn, I gotta watch what I say. It's a soca record that I
Mm-hmm.
chant in like a dance hall. Say,
Okay.
man, I struggle in
That's
our real
different.
life. We work hard for the money. We all deserve a night like this. We drinking never like, and I look like that too.
Okay.
So it's like really cool, and then it
That
get
is sounding
real
like a
hype. It's a
vibe.
vibe. Let me tell you something. I telling you, like, people telling me I went 4 for 4 this year with the singles and everything I released. What I about to do? I think I'm going 8 for 8 next year.
Oh, you about to blow
Telling
people
you, I'm
minds.
telling you. And the crazy thing is, it ain't just. Well, it probably would be a lot more. Like if I really think about it, it's gonna be 20 and 20 because of the other music I'm gonna work on as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, I'm all about like Quan. Like I tell Quan, like, yo, you gotta come back in here and let's create more music. So let's create. Sha, come back in here and let's create more music. So I'm gonna be a part. I'm gonna still send a lot of records to Nyla. I have 2 records. Nyla just I wrote and produced a lot of records. So, just being a part. I wanna be a part of everything. I wanna
Yeah.
write, produce for everybody, not just myself. But that's why I said for me, I'm gonna go like 8 for 8. But with everybody else, I'm gonna hit with everybody else too. Cause I love just making music and I want everybody to, especially the Virgin Islands, to have a song to push to the next level.
Yeah.
But you need to find me on the Only Third on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever one. The Only Third, TH3RD. I don't spell it THIRD, TH3RD. That is the Only Third. They're on all Apple, Spotify. Y'all tap in, man. It's a good time.
Make sure you tap into Third Music.
And let me tell you, I make sure I tap into these what they call the
Mocktails.
mocktails. Gee, some
Mocktails.
bread. Like, yo, I can't wait to get off of this thing because I about to jam it. I want another one of these. I about to have 3 more brownies, and I can't see how I smacking them down. Time now, can we get it on? Bartender, I want you mix us something strong. Oh yeah, pretty little wine gal, dressed up in designer gal. And mocktails and munchies, they make life so sweet. That is it.
Cheers. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and Third.
That
Make
is
sure
me.
you stream his music, find him on his socials, and make sure you hit that follow button. And we will see you guys next time for another mocktail and another munchie. Bye.